How you doing tonight? It's another installment of Finance Info with 50 Cal. Follow me on the socials. Hit me up on Cash App if you want to show love. The street conduit of finance is where you can find me on the channel. Today we're just gonna cover two simple things. One of them gonna be commodities, and the other one's gonna be indices or indexes. We're gonna start with the commodities first. So just give you a real understanding in the market term of commodity. It's always good to look up just what the regular word means, just so you can get an idea why it's called that in the English language, especially in finance language. I'm telling you, words mean a lot. You know, legality and lingo means a lot, and you'd be surprised by the words that they do use. So, just to give you a real definition of what commodity is, I'm just going to simply give you the dictionary format of it. So the first definition, commodity, spelled Commodity. A raw material or primary agricultural product that can be bought and sold, such as copper or coffee. That's the first definition. The second definition of the word is a useful or valuable thing, such as water or time. That's a commodity. Your time's a commodity. You know, so in the reference of the market or commodities, pretty much everything that we use throughout the day. So just to give you a rundown, some of those things are, obviously, I'm just going to go down energies, metals, livestock, just real quick. WTI, Brent, gasoline, heating oil, natural gas. That was all energy. Metals, gold, silver, platinum, copper. That was all metals. Livestock, live cattle, lean hog, feeder cattle. Grains, corn, soybean oil, oats, rough rice, wheat, sauce, cocaine, coca, coffee. I added cocaine, but it is part of the commodity. Cocaine, nigga. Coca, coffee, cotton, lumber, sugar, orange juice. Sugar is worse than cocaine. I'm telling you, the commodity, what happens with sugar is worse than cocaine. So the primary things with commodities that you want to know is where you getting it from, where is it coming from, who's the primary source behind it. I'll give you a couple of commodities. Corn is an American thing. You make whiskey out of corn. It's in everything you eat. Corn can be converted into corn syrup, which is the adversary of actual sugar. So now that's another business. So companies, corn syrup is cheaper. It's easier. It can be spicy and salty. There's still corn syrup in the item. Plus, very addictive. So, like, the brain chemical reaction to corn syrup is that of cocaine and that of sugar. They gave a sugar addicted mouse. They gave a cocaine addicted mouse. Put them on cold turkey for 2 months. Gave him the option between sugar water and cocaine water. He died from the sugar water. Okay, it's very, very addictive. It's a very needed commodity, just like tobacco is. I smoke cigarettes. I hope to stop. Just like alcohol, just like all the other addictive things in the commodity. Just like Facebook. Facebook's addictive. Women are on their phones way more to pay attention to their baby. The baby's been in the stove 3 times. Shit's addictive and it sells. So the commodity has to be in order for you to go on the market about a commodity. For one, you want to know where it's from. Where's the primary source? For two, you want to know who's in high demand of that item. I'll give you one right away. Soybean, two actually. Soybean and I apologize. Soybean and soybean oil. China need all that shit. Ain't no way China not gonna have it. They need it for everything. Just like we use corn for everything, so that way we don't have to go outsource everything else. We don't have to go to Africa to get the sugar or to other countries to get the sugar. Or try to make our own sugar in small areas where we can. We don't have to do that. We have corn oil. They need soybean oil for everything they need. They need it. We could be at war, they still gonna buy it from us, period. Your lumber comes from Canada. See, we done chopped all the trees down in the United States over the last 70 to 148 years. We done chopped all the fucking trees down. Canada was smart. They didn't chop all the trees down. They overplanted like a motherfucker as a country. They kept overplanting what was already there. They kept overplanting. There was a time where trees was getting chopped down in Canada. Canada's a lot of land. There's a lot of trees. There's a lot of places Canada ain't even been touched by a human being. You know, we can think we dominated this planet as much as we did. We didn't dominate shit. We can't even stop virus. Most of your lumber comes from Canada. Knowing that, that's international trade, that's international, tariff, no tariffs on that. It's not being overly shipped from somewhere else. Think about it. Chopsticks, where do they get made? They get made right here in the United States. We got most of the lumber, but then where we get the lumber from? We get the lumber from what we can in the Carolinas and the area that is forest populated, and we get what we can from Canada. The Chinese not only need soybean and fucking oil from us, they also need the fucking sticks to eat the shit with. People talk about, oh, China's in charge, China got all this money. Yeah, China got we got some shit China ain't got. They got some shit we ain't got either. They do. But, so your commodities, is very important to know where they're from, who needs them very high, the important need of it. One of the main commodities, I'm just going to scroll right back up here. One of the main commodities that's very important, and is oil. What's happening with Brent, what's happening with crude. Right before COVID happened, right when COVID happened for the United States anyway. First thing that was skydive, oil. Right when 9/11 happened, first thing skydive, airlines and oil. Airlines and oil. Them niggas knows what's going on. They know what's going on. Look, insider's trade, bullshit. That shit is bullshit. It's insider's trade, you get caught. The idea is know what the fuck is going on. How is it insider's trade? I'm not supposed to know what's going on. But I get good, better information that allow me to trade. That ain't my fault. Come on, man. Trump, listen, they got gambling sites. They have gambling sites that allow you to bet on politics. And it says, will Donald Trump tweet 3 times before noon? He can go look at that. Bet that he won't. Put $5 million down that he won't. Have somebody else do it. And he can do that every day. Then he could change the tweet and redo it. He can go gamble on it himself. It's not against the law. He able to do it. I'm sure that's what he's doing. Brent, gas, heating, natural gas. Natural gas is a byproduct of what we get from crude. So your high surplus of crude and oil, natural gas comes from that. So when you hear these companies talk about, oh, we're being healthy with their natural gas because they already dug up the fucking crude. They digging up the crude. It's a byproduct of it. It's a byproduct of it. So just like soybean oil, it's a byproduct. Soybean oil is a byproduct. Now, even I just said orange juice earlier. Obviously, oranges is a commodity. It's not shown right here. I can go find it, click it in if I wanted to. Orange is a commodity, but orange juice is a commodity that they sell. Orange juice sold like milk. Milk is another one. Just milk by itself. That comes from the cow. You can make butter with it, but milk, grade A milk, that's why it's graded. Orange juice is graded. They've been pumping orange juice into us. That's the fuel to put the sugar in us, to make us, you're eating fruits. When was the last time you was told to eat a vegetable in the morning? When was the last time a company said, yeah, listen, it's going to sound ridiculous, but we want you to eat this broccoli in the morning. We're going to serve it with eggs. When? They did. They said toasted strudel, sugar, fucking French toast. They put a cartoon in this shit, and guess what? You can't eat it now. It's sugar. Start your day off with sugar. You end your day with sugar. If you ever got to go to the store when you got an empty stomach, you're going to be in the sugar house. Cold Voice showed us everything. Cold Voice shows that companies don't give a fuck about us. All the packaged shit was stocked. Produce, meats, and everything that we wanted to make wholesome foods with was out. That's what they cared about. They didn't give a fuck about, they didn't give a fuck. They showed that Walmart commercial. We care and we're in this together. We was in this together, you wouldn't have never sold half that shit. Amazon. Oh, they got the lady on the commercial with the little boy. Yeah, mommy work. Yeah, your mommy job got strap-ons at the fucking job. Got sex toys. They don't give a fuck about you, kid. Your mommy about to lose her job to a fucking drone in about 2.5 years, if less. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. So, commodities. That's essentially what they are. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that you keep track of your commodities. Keep track of them. Just even if you're not moving on, just keep track of what's going on. It shows you the flow, what's happening. It shows you everything you need to know. It shows you companies buying stuff, who needs what, what tech sectors will need more copper, especially them rare metals. You hear me speak about that in other videos. You're going to continue to hear me speak about that. We're going to run out of rare metals soon. We're going to have to find other shit to make our phones out of. We're going to have to recycle all the phones. So, your indices. I want to get into your indices. So, your indexes. Your indices. You're going to hear me say that a lot of times. If you watch the past video, I got a video on ETFs and exchange traded funds. So, that's essentially those ETFs or whatever category you decide to move on are under different indexes or indices. So, just to give you an idea on the American markets. American market, NASDAQ 100, S&P Merval Index, S&P 100 Index, S&P 500, S&P TSX, which is a slash with Canada, and the other one is slash with Argentina. The Dow Jones is the industrial, the Dow Jones is the main process in which our industrial market and everything, which really what the government is inflowing and influxing out based upon need and produce and those commodities that we just spoke of are being moved on the industrial market or on the Dow Jones. S&P small cap, you got S&P small cap. I'm just naming out a couple. There's so many of them. Yeah, I'm just naming out a couple of these right now. These are just some in the American market. So we're just, the indexes are on 3 of the major markets. So your 3 markets are the Asian markets, which Australia counts as that, although we do move U.S. currency there. Those islands right there. So the Asian markets, India, China, all those Asian markets. Then it's the Europeans, they open next. You know, through the way the world turns, that's the way the market's open. Asian market's open first, we move the market last. So then you have the European market. So you have all of Europe and everything like that. If I'm not mistaken, Africa is part of. I'm gonna check for you right now. I want to say it's part of the Asian markets. I want to say it's part of Asian markets in some way, but I will go Google that and make sure that I know about that because I keep track of Johannesburg and usually that's open and right when those Middle Eastern markets are open, when that oil popping, So you got your European market, then you have the American markets. And then of course you have the 4th market, the intergalactic market, in which we get fucking technology from the human trade of aliens and trade technology. I just sound crazy as fuck, but I do think that market exists. I don't have any proof of that market, and it's not ticking today, so you won't get any views of that market. I'm not on that one. But as soon as I can move an alien baby for fucking 3 cents on the dollar, I swear to God I will. I can't wait till I can if that market exists. And if that market does exist out there, somebody give me the motherfucking ticker for anything on that market. That was half joking, half serious, but I hope that I'm fucking joking and I hope none of that shit is serious. I pray to God it's not. But then you got your real most dangerous market and the most lethal market of them all, which is the Americas, which also involves South America and South American countries, Mexico and Canada and Central America and cocaine, Queen of the South shit down there. Yeah, we cartels are on our market. They're on our market, you know, but everything that's happening on the Asian market, all the Wakuza and all those gangs, they're on their market. You know, Europeans got that sex trade going on. They got a sex trade going on. Them Europeans got a sex trade going on out the wazoo. This shit is sick. There's a place out there in Europe somewhere. There's one side of the street painted blue and the other side of the street painted pink. You can get a boy or a girl. One strip. Bang fucking dick. It's fucked up. Google it. Find it out. Shut it down. Black Lives Matter. But not these little French or fucking whatever country sex slaves. But Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. My life matters more than some child being fucking used for fucking sick shit. My life matters more apparently though. Black Lives Matter. Your life don't matter on either market, or all 3 of them, or 4. I know it don't matter on the 4th one either. We're gonna stop joking about that 4 because that's not even really real. I want to maintain seriousness here. The 3 markets. So just to give you something that's on the European markets. The Tech DAX, which is the technical DAX, I like that one, but it moves kind of crazy. The AEX, I'm just going to use the letters here because I'm not going to try to say the lingo for half y'all out there that's trying to learn. So I'm just going to say the letters because they're a little more memorable. Then I'll let you know what country it is. So the AEX, which is France, the DAX, which is Germany, the Bell 20 close, which is Belgium. I want to say the SMI is Sweden. I don't know all these flags. I know this one, the ATHEX, that gotta be Greece. The German 30 index, obviously the Germany, UK 100 index. UK, the DB, Italy, the UK 100 index. Those are two different ones. Obviously Italy and UK. The Spain 35 index, the Euro Stock 600. Now that's a collaboration. That one's a important one. That one's a collaboration of the Euros. So and then the France, the France 40. So then your Asian markets. The Nifty 50, it's Iran, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, and I'll double check that. Let me click on this flag. So I can give you info right now. Yeah, it's Iran. I think it's Iran. Hong Kong, Shanghai Stock Exchange, then the Hang Seng, the Japan 225, the Hong Kong 50 index, the Australia 200. That's our money. That's us. That's our money. It's USD. And then you got a couple more. So those are your indexes across the world. Some of them across the world. So really, you can move on all these. You can move every one of these if you want to. But the reality is what country that you live in, which you move on your index when your market's open for half the value. So if it costs you $1,000 a contract to move on overseas markets while things are happening, and then the United States market is open, then it costs you $500 because the United States market is open. So that's why it's very important to know which ones you're moving on. You type brothers trying to, you try and make your way to Sweden, you know what I'm saying? You start learning this, you try to make your way to Sweden. It's gonna be important that you know some of these and which companies are. Companies are on all these indexes. Remember, companies, ETFs, different industries, they're on all these ETFs around the world. So think of it like this. Each ETF is like its own thing. Each index is its own thing, and they just got a bunch of people in there making money that you could bet on. And then each team got their own thing. Each index is a team, and they got their own player you can make money off of inside of the index. So that's essentially what that is. So just to give a good recap of what we did today. Commodities. Time is a commodity. Stop wasting your fucking commodity on bullshit. Just always watch oil. George Bush won right after that oil. Oil. That oil. So, thanks for subscribing. Finance info at 50 Cal. Follow me on the socials. Show me love, cash out if you want to. Hey, it don't take much. It don't take much to learn. All it takes is inquisitive brain and the will to understand. That's it. A wise man seeks counsel. Street conduit of finance. Moving up in the world. We learning shit. We black and we learning shit. I would've got killed 150 years ago for this shit. They would've slit my fucking throat for this shit. They would've asked me, what the fuck is that? And I would've told them it was a number sign. I would've got killed for this shit. We're on the market now. You got a cash app. You can do whatever you want. Move up in the world. Figure it out. Peace and love. Konnichiwa, bitches. I love you. Thank you.